Hey, how's it going everyone? This is my gaming connoisseur and welcome to another State of the Game video for Mods Online 2. So today we have a new patch, version 2.0.4.14. So it's another big patch. So I've got the patch notes. I'm going to show the patch notes on the screen shortly after, and I've also got a link in the description below that will take you to the patch notes on Steam. And so this is I would say a very significant patch because right off the bat, when you click login, what you'll notice is that your first character is now to the side, and you have a option to create a new character in this slot. So, so it's changing server. I presume that's it's changing you to Haven because your new character will start on Haven, and so this is SV giving us the option to create a second character. So, so it is just turn it to whatever Clade you want, and so this Ogmir, Thursa, and so you've got all the Clade Clade gifts. And so I think this is useful for those who just want to have one character. They can regularly check what changes have been made to the character creation system, and you can check what other Clade gifts other races have. So I think one of the things that that I felt was missing, or at least was could have been given to us, was the ability to see what other races have in terms of Clade gifts, and just to be able to play around with the character creator and see what might be in future, if you wanted to create a second character or something, you could mess around with it and play around with the all the various different things in the character creator. So yeah, so so there's presets and yeah, so this is probably the first time I got to play around with a character creator ever since I created my first character all the way back in 2022 or something, when the game launched on officially launched on Steam. So it's good, it's good that SV has given us the ability to create a second character, but on the same token, I do feel that this is taking away I think the accountability factor of this, of what the one character limitation used to have, because back when we only had one character, I think there was a greater incentive for players to be more accountable to their actions and words in the game. So I think with having a second character is kind of taking away that accountability factor in some ways, because having the second character doesn't mean that it will share the same reputation and the murder counts and whatever that the first character has. So essentially, when you create a second character, it will start off as a brand new character with a brand new reputation and so forth. So so I feel that is taking away a accountability factor from this game, because then, let's say you're a red character, you have lots of murder counts, you can then create a second character that will have a clean slate, and you can basically do whatever you want with that character, commit murders and whatever, and then just delete it, and then just create a new character. So it's kind of going back to Mods Online 1's system, where you have 4 characters and you just create alt characters and then delete them at will. But having said that, I do also understand that SV is taking into account the fact that people have multiple accounts, and that's how they sidestep the accountability in this game that is designed to facilitate that. So So I think SV is just taking a compromise. They're sort of saying that we want accountability, but then at the same time we know that it is being sidestepped by players basically using multiple accounts. So that is one thing I can understand. So it is something that we probably have to just accept going forward, that we are not going to have as big of accountability as before. But like I explained, people are sidestepping that in some ways, and by having multiple accounts, and also it does make the game feel like it's a play to win, because people who have multiple accounts can have two characters, and basically use that to support one another. So I will be creating my second character at some point, but at this point I just don't know what clade or what race I'm going to use for the second character, and I don't know where I'm going to base my second character at. So that is something that I will decide later on, as I look through all the there's so much options, and it's just it's really going to take a long time for me to decide, because I'm the kind of person that wants to take my time to create my character. I'm not one of those. I'm not someone who just quickly sets up a character within minutes and then off I go. I do like to think long and hard about every option that I'm taking for my character. So I will be taking my time to do that. So okay. So you zoom in, zoom out, and also that to remove the surname for the character, because I think the surname wasn't really used. I've never really seen a use for that surname feature. So so I think SV has removed that option. So I don't really doesn't really affect me that much. But anyhow, so that's the character creator. So let's just jump into the game. I kind of feel that it would be good if SV can just make it so that when you click on your character, it would just automatically change it to the server where the character is at, because you click on enter nave and it says change location, and then you have to click on the enter nave again. So that's probably one of the biggest changes. And I did see like a 200 or 300 population increase with this patch. I saw population went up to over 1,300, above 1,300. So, which is good to see. So I'm recording this on the 18th of April, 2024, and so I think it's just 1 or 2 days after the patch landed. So when I logged in, last night, so this is afternoon when I'm recording it, I saw a lot of people in Fabrenham. So many people. Like this whole place was just there was just so many players running back and forth, in and out of town. So so it was a very heartwarming thing to see. So right now it's off peak time, so not that many people around, but that's okay. So first thing that you're going to see, let me just take you through some of the big changes. So one of the things that you'll see is that you can now carry more armor, and if you're a human, you will get 1 extra kilogram of armor that you can if you take the well-built Clade, and if you take the cleric gift, the cleric Clade gift, you will have an additional 10% minimum mana regeneration. So it's up from, I think it's 20% to 30%. So that's good. I don't mind, because right now I'm equipping my tower shield, which is another thing that I will get into shortly. So I've got 51%, And if I take off my tower shield, it goes up to 93%. So that's with 7 kilograms of armor equipped. So that's pretty good. So if you're human, if you're a magic user, like a hybrid or something, you will probably want to take this Clade gift, the cleric. It'll really bump up your minimum mana regeneration. It seems like more players are coming in for some reason. All right, so I'm just going to create a tower shield using the same materials. Oh, and of course, armor training skill has been reworked, so there's a lot of changes to that skill. So you can see it on the patch notes. So you can always refer to that. Let's go back and create the same tower shield. Okay, this time we should be able to create it. Okay, so the difference is something like 3.5 kilograms. So SV is really trying to turn the tower shield into a niche item, a niche defensive item. I think they did increase the weight in a previous patch, but I think they're gonna increase it even more now. So they're gonna turn this into something that only heavy fighters will use. They're probably gonna restrict this to heavy foot fighters, and it's gonna force lighter characters to forego tower shields completely, so that you don't have mages running around with pure mages running around with a small tower shield and basically blocking arrows that are being fired at them. So if I equip this, oh my goodness, too much armor weight. So even with my, how is that? Oh, okay, yep. So 16.88. All right, so yeah, so with this change, you're gonna have to either decrease your the amount of armor that you're wearing in the other body sections, or you're gonna have to take up heavy armor training, or a mix of both. So even with 16.07 maximum armor carrying capacity, you're still going to be over by almost a kilogram. So yeah, so tower shields are really becoming a niche item, and so okay, so there you go. That's another change that you'll have to accept going forward. And another thing that you'll notice is with the sieges, you have incoming siege events and outgoing siege events. So yeah, you have a declare siege, that's like a siege window on your social window, siege tab. So a siege tab on your social window. And of course you can read up on all the details on that. Okay, so, and of course there's more rideable mounts, and there's an additional dungeon. Yeah, so there's a lot of new content for players to dig into. So I think that'll be something for players to tide them over. But yeah, so I'm probably gonna have to rethink whether I want shields or not, because soon they're gonna, tower shields are gonna turn into a very, very heavy item. It's gonna go from 6.26 kilogram all the way up to 9.87, almost 10 kilograms. You know, even with just a small tower shield, you know, I can just imagine what the largest ones will, you know, will weigh. It'll probably weigh something like 15 kilograms. So it'll become an item that only a small group of players will likely be able to use effectively. So yeah, so tower shields are getting, you know, reworked again. So but anyway, that's the direction that SV is taking. So there you go. But that's just a small sample of what you can expect in this big, massive patch. So like I said, you know, I think the patch is just too big for me to show everything, but from what I've shown you so far, there's just some of the, you know, major things that I think that a lot of players will notice very quickly. Another player has logged in. But yeah, so that's just a quick state of the game video. So I hope that you found this useful and informative. And as always, if you can please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And so I look forward to bringing you other videos that I have in my backlog. I do have some videos that are yet to be uploaded, so I will upload those in due course. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and hope that you hope to see you guys next time. Toxicity. Okay. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. This is Fun Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.